Hello, my name is Bob McQueen. I'm the Chief Executive Officer for Bob McQueen Associates, located in Perpignan in the south of France. This is one of our continuing series about the smart mobility revolution. And today I'd like to talk about a cross-cutting issue, which is how will the smart mobility revolution improve equity, improve evenness and fairness when it comes to the provision of transportation services? And there are two things that I would like to talk about just as examples. There's a wide range of technologies and ways of doing business that can affect equity. But the two I want to talk about are sensors and big data analytics. First of all, let's talk about sensors. When we design traffic signal timings and allow time for pedestrians to cross the road when they press the button, we assume an average walking speed of about 1.2 meters per second. Studies have shown that depending on the capabilities of people, whether they're using a walking aid or a wheelchair or are older or perhaps even visually impaired, that speed can be a lot slower. So now with the smart mobility revolution, we have ability to use LiDAR sensors, which are coming down in price. We can install LiDAR at intersections and actually measure the speed of pedestrians crossing the road. We can then build up a library of times that it took people to cross the road and adjust the traffic signals accordingly. It's a bit like the way we adjust the signal timings for traffic to suit the traffic flow. We can also adjust the signal timings for pedestrians to suit the characteristics of the individuals crossing the road. This will lead to customization. In the past, we've had to average things because that was all the capability we have. Now, these days, we can customize. Second area where we can also customize is the application of big data analytics. Smart mobility has a focus on mobility. We all talk about mobility, but to us, as we're putting the book together, it's occurred to us that one of the key measures of fairness, of equity in a transportation system would actually be accessibility. How easy or how hard is it to get from one part of the city to another, for example? And this has an impact on ability to meet health appointments, the ability to take educational opportunities, and of course the ability to seek employment opportunities. So what we're proposing, and we've done some early work on this, is the use of location intelligence data, cell phone data, where we can get lat longs and information from cell phones, anonymously of course, and we can then determine the original origin and the ultimate destination for a very large sample size of travelers. We can infer from the data the type of origin and the type of location, and that will give us a very good idea of the purpose for the trip. We can then look at the average time that the trip is taken. We can look at trip time reliability. We can look at the cost of the trip as a percentage of household income, and then build an accessibility index, which we can then use. What we'd almost like to do is draw a map that doesn't show actual physical distances between places, but shows accessibility so that a city pattern would be distorted according to what areas are inaccessible compared to others. So both these techniques and the use of big data and analytics and sensors are leading to what the marketing people are now calling a market segment of one. In the past, we had to group people into whether they're NIMBYs or millennials or baby boomers. Now you can just be you. We have enough data to be able to customize something. Alvin Toffler in the 1970s referred to it as mass customization. And that's where we are today. And we're looking forward to the continuing impact of the smart mobility revolution as we continue to improve equity. This is Bob McQueen with Bob McQueen and Associates. Thank you for listening.